You don't remember signing your name, only the sound of the fluorescent light above you, a low electrical hum vibrating through the ceiling, the cold surface of the steel table pressing into your forearms as a thin file slid across to you, unmarked, unbranded, final. And when you opened it, there was no introduction, no explanation, just terms, durations, conditions, and at the bottom a space where your name should have meant something, but didn't, because the moment you picked up the pen, you understood that whatever you were before would not continue past that line. And when you stood up, no one greeted you, no one acknowledged you. They simply replaced your name with a number and directed you down a corridor that smelled faintly of disinfectant and metal, where the air felt colder than it should have been, around 12 degrees, controlled, deliberate. And day one began at 0430 without warning, without adjustment, just a sharp light and a command to move. And you moved because everyone else did. 10 kilometers before sunrise on concrete that punished every step. No pacing, no talking, just breath and impact and the quiet understanding that falling behind meant disappearing. Then drills that repeated until your muscles stopped responding like they belonged to you. Entry points, exit routes, angles, timing, every mistake recorded without comment, every hesitation noticed without forgiveness, meals measured to roughly 600 calories consumed in under 6 minutes in complete silence, not because silence was required, but because nothing needed to be said, and sleep reduced to 4 hours, sometimes less, until the concept of time blurred into a sequence of tasks instead of hours, and by day 19 you stopped counting mornings, and by month 6 you stopped thinking about anything outside the next instruction, and promotion, when it came, did not feel like progress. It arrived quietly, a reassignment, a new number, slightly higher clearance, slightly heavier expectations, no ceremony, no recognition, just more responsibility layered onto the same routine. Year 1, you carried equipment, followed orders, absorbed pressure. Year 2, you began making small decisions, adjusting routes, correcting others. Year 3, you carried outcomes, and outcomes meant consequences, and somewhere in that progression something shifted, not suddenly but gradually, almost invisibly. The way language changed first. People became targets, actions became objectives, killing became neutralizing, and once the words changed, the weight of them followed. Lighter, more manageable, easier to execute without pause, and hesitation became the first thing you learned to eliminate, because hesitation got measured, recorded, and eventually removed along with the person who couldn't control it. And the system itself revealed its structure through repetition and data. You were deployed 17 times in 11 months, average mission duration 42 minutes, average recovery window 9 hours, enough time to reset physically but never mentally, and every operation was logged not in terms of human impact but in coordinates, timestamps, efficiency metrics, and you learned the rules that were never written but always enforced. Never ask the same question twice, never trust a single stream of intel, never assume extraction is guaranteed. And once, only once during training, someone used a phrase that stayed with you long after everything else blurred together: creative compliance. And it meant you followed orders exactly until following them exactly would get you killed. And in that moment, you adapted, not to break the system, but to remain useful within it, because usefulness was the only thing that kept you inside. And everything outside that system began to dissolve without confrontation. Calls home shortened, then monitored, then restricted, then gone. Messages unanswered, not out of choice, but because there was no space left for them. Relationships didn't end, they eroded quietly, like something left out in the cold too long. And eventually you stopped trying to explain your